Okie dokie.
Okay. Right, good evening everyone. It's Wednesday evening, it's 7 o'clock, and I've just altered the clock, so it was running a bit slow. So we're back again for your Strictly teaching, second instalment of the week for the Juliet Jive. We did quite a bit on Monday, and we're going to try and finish it off tonight. Add a little bit of technique to it, also maybe explain a few things about the technique for you and the differences in technique, so you can understand where the jive has come from a bit. As ever, it's our little bit of house rules for you. So what we'd like you to do is to make sure that you move all your furniture back, because as ever, we are not insured for you at home. So this is a disclaimer, and so if you move all your furniture back, if you go to dance with us, move all those chairs and tables and sofas out of the way, move them right back, so you're not going to damage yourselves. If you've got any slippy floors or rugs on wooden floors that may slip, try and secure those if you can. Any pets around, see if you can secure them, so either you or they do not get injured. Please make sure you've got a drink on the side there, just like Shanna always has. And as ever, through there, on the left, ladies and gents toilets, which you may well need. So, Honeybun here is just having a look at people coming online, both in Facebook and YouTube. And she's nodding her head.
Should we say hello?
Okay, go for it and say
You ready?
hello. She's waiting for me, she's saying hello to me.
Hello,
How are you?
Okay, we've got Lindy and Robert ready to jive.
Okay.
Now I know it was new for them. They were a bit concerned about how fast it was going to be. So I'm so pleased you're back again.
Okay.
Heather and Bert are back on. Melvin and Marilyn are also, which is great because I know one or two are a little worried on Monday
All right, okay.
about
Yes.
being a bit fast, etc. So pleased you're all back. Pauline and Joe are back on. Alan Butterworth from Oldham is back on. Heather and Nigel, they're on YouTube. God, the YouTube one's first. Let's have a look. We've got Medi's on first on my list anyway.
Okay, yes.
From North Wales. Chris and Lynette are on. Hi David. David's on. Wave, Phil. Alison and Trevor.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Bob and
Yes.
Caroline. Andrew is on. Pam and Jim. Oh, she's solo dancing today.
Oh, is she? Right, okay.
Let's have a look. Wendy and Andrew from Stonehaven. David and Dell from Penwitham. Don't know why I can't say that.
Okay, just say Preston.
Oh, yeah, Preston. Alison is on. Hi, Alison. Wendy and Alan are on. Pat and Mike. Joe and Matt. So look, John and Cheryl from Exmouth. Pat and Neil, I know they're from South Wales. Margaret and Derek. Katie and Ant are on. Hi everybody, she says.
Evening.
Derek and Anne from Aberdeen. Stephanie saying hello. Barbara and Jack. Gaynor and Doug, looking forward to part 2. Carol is on. Hi Carol.
Very good. Yes.
Linda, you know you're going to be Carol from now on. You know, we're never going to call her Carol again. Linda and Ken are on. And Beverly's on.
Oh.
Yeah, she's on Facebook.
Good evening, Beverly.
Yay.
Just in case you didn't realise that Beverly is the person that did all the choreography for this.
Yes.
And invented it in one. So congratulations to Beverly.
So if you're on Facebook, you can see Beverly's. So if you want to have a chat with her about any of it, she's on now. Irene is on. Linford and Kathy from Not Very Sunny Mac.
Ah, they missed Monday night.
I know they did.
Yes.
Celia from Eastbourne is on. Bernadette and Roger. And we've got Mary on as well.
Okay.
Okay. There's probably a few more coming on, but I don't get to see them straight away here. Okay.
Okay. Should we make a start?
Yes.
I think what we're going to do is possibly walk through a couple of times what we did on Monday night, just to refresh everything for you, and then we'll go through those last few bars.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Let me switch you on.
Okay.
You're at the front, aren't you? Switch yourself on.
It keeps moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it starts crackling, I'll just keep moving it.
There you go.
Okay. So we started with a change of hands behind the back. Here we go, and so it's a back replace, chassis 1, chassis 2, then into a back rock, into the hip bump. So back, rock, hip, bump, chassis, back. Then we're going to do the swapping sides. So follower, we've got 5 steps now. So back, rock, chassis, da, da, da. Leader, you're just doing a back rock, side, close, changing weight.
Changing weight, yes, we've got 4 steps.
Here we go, and back, rock, swap the sides. So in shadow position, we're going to step and point, left foot first, step, point, point. We're going to step down the room, left foot, close to face partner, follower closes and changes weight, leader just does a tap. We're going to chassis back against line of dance. We're going to push open into that Zorba hold, back, rock, a little forward chassis or a lock step. Then leader, you're going to do a back rock as follower does the walk around you. 1, 2, we swap sides. We're going to do another forward action down the room, chassis or lock. Okay, we might just get this in. So we're going to go into the 4-step zigzag, going through on the inside foot. Just arm trace this down to double hand hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into that forward check, through together, replace, chassis back up the room, turning that foot out, into the toe heel swivels. Have you been practicing these at home? There were so many people that they were practicing these.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so do nice and slow. So toe, heel, through, toe, heel, through. Okay? Once more.
Yes.
Here we go, ready, and a back rock, chassis 1, chassis 2, back rock, into the hip bump, chassis to swap sides, the follower, step, point, face partner, chassis back up the room into Zorba, lady roll across, 4-step zigzag, a check, and a toe, heel through, a toe, heel through. Okay, everybody?
Music.
Music.
Just have a quick check there to see if everybody's with us and comfortable.
Yes, people are just saying hello, they're coming on.
All right, okay.
Yeah. No questions yet.
Mm.
Ready?
Yes.
5, 6, 7, and behind back. Hip up. Swap sides. Down again. Zigzag. And a quick, slow, and a quick, slow. Okay, one more go. 5, 6, 7, and. Okay. Okay, everybody. This is the big moment. Let me know.
Yes.
Hearts, likes,
Give us those thumbs
or
up.
sad face.
Or
We're
those
hoping no
hearts.
sad faces, but
If you're fairly comfortable with that, if there's anything that you would like us to go over in there for you before we move on, just send us a little message and we'll cover that for you.
just waiting for them to come through.
Okay?
So look, we've got Bronwyn and
Slide it
Brian on. Oh, here we go. They're coming up. You have a watch of those, and I'll just say who's coming.
in. Okay?
Bronwyn and Brian are on. John Marie, Clifford and Veronica, Tom from Seven Oaks, Gillian Albert,
Well,
Sriani.
Facebook seems to be all hearts flashing up there, so that seems
Fantastic.
to be okay.
Well done, everybody. just say Albert and Jilly. She's had 2 whiskies.
Oh, that's you. Right.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
So it's a bit too fast. She's had 2 whiskies. Okay, let's have a look on this one. Oops. Oh, do you know what? We're getting little perfect signs.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Very good. Good. Oh, this look coming up the hearts. Good. Well done. Well, I think maybe what we do is should we get to the end first? So we've got the steps. We drill the steps in, and if everyone at home feels when it's all in and it's going pretty well, maybe then we have a little look at the technique.
Yes. Yeah.
Rather than start the technique now.
Finish the routine.
Yeah. Drill it in, have a few goes through so the feet know what they're doing, and then those who want to do a little bit, we can do it then.
Yes.
How's that?
Okay.
Okie dokie. I don't know if John Dixie's watching, but he gave me his suggested end. Like you thought, I know what it's going to be. And he was nearly right, but not quite. So John, if you're watching, well done. But not quite there. So we've finished with our toe, heel, through. Yes. From here, we're going to do a side, close, side, side. So like 5 steps, side, close, and then a side chassé. Side, close, side, side. Okay? Should we just do that this way round? Do you want to do a leader's perspective? So you can see your feet. So we finished through. So we're going to take our back foot. This is now our line of dance. I'm going to do a side, close, and then a chassé moving along line of dance. Side, close, side, side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Ready, and side, close, side. Okay, as we do that, I suggest, even from the word go now, that we change from the double hand hold into a handshake during the chassé. It'll set you up for the next bit. So, side, close, still in double hand hold. As we do the chassé leaders, put lady's right hand in your right hand. Okay? Guess what comes next? Oh, no, okay.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
An American spin.
An American spin. Okay. So, from here, we're going to do on a handshake hold, we're going to do a back rock first of all. Back rock. Now, I'm going to assume not everybody has done this before. You're going to do a very compact chassé to partner and just change the handhold to something you can go a palm to palm. Either you can do the little fist and follower can push off. You can bring it up as long as you're going to push, follower. Push. Okay, so got your back rock first. 1, 2. Chassé to partner and just compress in towards each other. So you've got potential now to push away from each other. I personally not keen on when I see people just do a, and there's absolutely no, if we let go, nothing. I feel you want to have a little bit of push towards each other, so you're creating a movement away now. If we let go, we fall forwards, very slightly. Okay, you want to just push into each other. And a back, rock, chassé in, just the ball of my right foot as follower. You're going to push yourself, follower, don't let the leader shove you. Okay, push off them, and we're going to go round. I'm going to do my steps. Okay, twirling round on my right toe. You don't need to go all the way round. It's fine to get to that line of dance and use that triple step chassé to finish off the turn. I know there's one or two who may not have done this. So if I just do followers, if you do the lead, do you want to have a look?
I can, yes.
Okay, so for the follower, we're going to do a back rock, chassé to partner. Don't put this ball of foot down on this right foot. Pivot around, keep your head weight over that toe. So you're pivoting on that toe to about 3/4. Then do a chassé turning back to the start position again. So it's still back, rock, chassis, chassis, but we're rotating between the two chassis. So it's still the same as chassis 1, chassis 2, except we're turning between them. So back, rock, chassis 1, chassis 2. Okay? Don't do too many. I find if I do 3, I'll start to get a bit giddy. So if you are practicing these for the first time, just do 1 or 2, then go the other way. So it's back, rock, chassis 1, chassis 2. Okay? Don't do leader.
Leaders, we are doing a back rock. We're chassising towards our partner, okay? And this hand is going from the right hand, the handshake hold. You're going to raise this hand and give her that platform of the open hand here, there, so she can push herself off. So you've got a back rock, there's the chassis. And just sort of, there's an element of this flat counterbalance there.
Yeah.
You've got to feel that there's some pressure in there.
Joint
Your
pressure.
partner can just push away to turn, to help around. So you've got your back, rock, chassis, spin, and chassis back. And these are compact chassis for the leader. Keep them nice and small, keep your feet underneath you. So it's back, rock, chassis 1, chassis 2.
Would you be able to just do it once the other way around, just in case anybody hasn't done this before?
So we've got a back, rock, chassis 1, chassis 2.
So, okay, and you're looking for that rotation between the two chassis. So the back rock, you're just prepping it, 1, 2. You're going to chassis into partner, and you can feel that compression towards each other building. Then you're going to release it, let go, don't forget to let go, chassis, and in this situation we're going to connect again with leader's left, follower's right. So for follower it's the right hand both times, but for leader you're starting on the handshake and you're catching it afterwards on the left. Okay, so that little section, so we finished our toe heel swivels, we're going to do our side close. Then we're going to swap the handhold. Then we're going to do our American spin. Rock, step, chassis 1, chassis 2, catching on the left. Okay, we'll do that 2 more goes. Have a go at your own speed. So if you want to do a bit slower than us or a bit quicker, it's up to you. Ready, and side, close, chassis, back, rock, chassis 1, chassis 2. Okay, one last go. Here we go, ready, and side, close, chassis and back, rock, chassis 1, chassis 2. Okay? Let me just find out if you're okay with that first. If you've never done an American spin, it's not the easiest thing. So let me have a note, let me have an idea of how it's going. So we've got the hearts, the likes, or the sad face. Or you can actually type in how it went for you. Just that little bit. Mm-hmm. Then we've just got one figure on the end, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
I think they're all stunned silence, Phil.
For leaders, it's just a question of making sure that you give your partner that counterbalance so she can build that little bit of pressure up to help herself spin. And also for leaders, keep those two chassis compact underneath you and small.
Andrew said, can the lead do a spin as well?
If he wants.
You can. Now, we're not going to deviate from the script yet, but we might even look at that, so that might be something we can have a little look at. Mm-hmm. It's easier without the spin. Do you know what? If spinning isn't for you, lose the spin. just do like a compressed in towards each other and out again.
This doesn't mean you, Carol, because we know we like
Oh yeah,
you.
Carol will be
Love
spinning.
spinning,
She'll probably put
yes.
a triple in.
Yeah, she'll be like a spinning top of this.
Yeah. I think we're okay. We will, Andrew, look at the idea of lead doing something different shortly.
Yes. In fact, when we're talking about technique, boat spinning is very common in Lindy.
Yes, okay. It might be that my phone isn't picking up the hearts and likes because I haven't had one.
Oh, right.
So it's probably, but I am getting them on YouTube, their response.
Right.
So I'll go with the YouTube responses. And a few are writing in, thumbs up and things.
Right,
So
okay.
I think we're okay. Right, so shall we just do that bit to music? So you get an
Just
idea of
that
the
little
speed?
bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know there's not much, but it might be quite useful just to get the feeling of it flowing through. So side close chassis. 2, 3, and. It's super keen. 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on. 5, 6, 7, and. That was a bit loud, sorry.
Through my head at the moment.
I'll go wrong now. 2, 3, and. Good. Woo! Well done, everybody. Good. Okay. Carol's laughing. I think that was spinning. Okay. Well, let's finish it off.
Yes.
Then we can get a real sense of, dance it through a few times so we all know it. So if you have to go early for any reason, you've got the whole routine. So we've done the handshake, we've done the American spin, and we've caught left to right. So we're going to do just a simple change of place, left to right, to start again. So we do a back rock, and it's 2 chassis. You're going to pass right hip to right hip. Same idea as the start of the change of hands, but the end bit's a bit different. So you're going chassis forwards. Okay, so follower this time you're going to rotate under the arm, moving to your left. You're going to go backwards now into a chassis back to where you started. And that's it. Okay, just a normal change of place left to right. It's slightly overturned at the end. So it's back, rock, chassis 1, chassis 2. That's it. That's all there is to it. Just in case you can't see us, we'll do it both ways.
Okay.
So, back, rock, chassis 1, chassis 2. And we'll do it from this direction. Ready? And a back, rock, chassis 1, chassis 2. Back to where you started. Okay? Let me just find out whether that's okay for everybody. I think it should be. Good. Yeah, I think we're okay. But also, we don't feel as bad now. Isn't it funny when you just get distracted for a second? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start, I'm going to come out of it and come back in and just see if I get a little heart. Oh, the heart's all coming up now.
Alright, there you go.
That's what I needed to do. Okay, so, should we put those 2 sections together
Yes.
on the end? So this is where we left part 1. So we're going to do what? Nice and slow. We're going to do our side close. Then the chassis, changing to handshake. Then the back replace into the American spin. So it's the back, rock, chassis 1, push, chassis 2, straight in to the change of place, overturn it slightly, start again. So we start again with the back rock, change of hands behind the back. Okay? Back to part 1. Let's try it once more. Here we go, and side, close, chassis, and American spin. A little bit more of a shove one. Change of place. Should we do it once more?
She reckons I gave her a shove.
Yeah, give me more of a shove on that one. Should we do it that way? So you can, just in case you want to see the different angle.
Yes. You'll see the shove better.
Yeah, you see the shove this way. Ready, and slide, close, chassis, and American spin. Change of place. Start again. Okay? Music?
Yes.
Okay. Gloria's just said they've been talking to their granddaughter in Plymouth.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't Gloria the one who's had the baby? The great granddaughter?
Maybe, yes.
Yeah, have to let us know, Gloria, if that was that side of the family. You can all have hugs, can't you now? Boris today, you can go and hug your grandchildren from Saturday.
From Saturday.
From Saturday. I think if you're a lone grandparent, I think. All ready? Just that end section. We'll do it 3 times. Okay. 5, 6, 7, and. Okay? Yeah, the same way. Oh, okay. 5, 6, 7, and.
Do it yourself.
That way.
This way.
That way.
Last
Go that way. Okay.
time. Last time.
They want to do that. 5, 6, 7, and. Last go. 5, 6, 7, and. This is like. Excuse me. 5, 6, 7, and. Okay. Woo. Good, good, good. Steps are fine, it's our memory. Yes, just the practice now, isn't it? Knowing what comes next all the time. So, should we try it to music all the way through?
I would say
Or shall we walk it through?
Well, did you want to dance it once all the way through and then talk a little bit about technique?
Yeah, but I think it's just drilling the steps in so we know all the way through. We know all the way through what comes next, really. So should we try it to music? It might be easier to music. Okay, so we'll dance it, have a quick breather, then dance it again, have a quick breather, and dance it a 3rd time.
Claps.
Then claps. Yeah. I always think you do it in 3s.
I know.
It's never a fluke. If you can do it 3 times, it's not a fluke. But we won't do it continuously yet. We'll just regroup after each one.
I usually forget the routine on the 3rd one.
But it's also because in here, we have to, perhaps have to move it back a little bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, are we ready, everybody? We're going to do it 3 times. Here we go. From the beginning. Here we go. So let us know, everybody, any parts that you're struggling with. It may well just be the what comes next,
Just practice.
and that's just practice. But is there anything anybody's particularly struggling with? Now's the time to say.
Okay.
David, just put the link on
Right.
the
Okay.
music.
So if you like the music, go on to David on YouTube and you'll find follow the link through and you'll be able to download that music and also you'll be able to click on his likes and get some really nice music. And
Yes.
I would imagine on his site that he's possibly got all the other music that we've been
Oh
using
yes,
as well.
yes, all on
So
YouTube.
all the music we've used over these last 12 weeks or so will all be on there for you.
Okay, let's have a look. It's a lot to remember in order. Yeah, it works well, we've got it. Got it, Chris and Lynette, doing well with it. Yeah, it's the order, isn't it? It's knowing what's coming next
Yes. Yeah.
before you get to it.
And that's just repetition.
Yeah, that's
It
just it.
is. You've
Yeah.
just got to keep doing it. And the routine will sink in.
Yeah, okay. So maybe what we do now is if we dance it again 3 times, continuously, then we'll definitely need a drink after that. But then what we'll do is we'll break it down a little bit. So you can have a breather, we'll go through it. So now you can just dance it once if you want to. We'll try and dance it 3 times
And
solidly.
break down.
Yeah. Then you're really puffing and panting on the mic. Finding the music too fast.
They're finding the music.
Yeah,
too
1 or
fast.
2. These are the beginners who
Right,
haven't done a
okay,
jive
yes,
before.
mhm.
So what I'm going to suggest you do is, I don't want to make it more confusing, but you can miss that triple step out and make it a rock and roll. It may not work all the way through, but we're going to dance this for you now. And we're going to miss the triple steps out. And quick, quick, slow, slow. Quick, quick, slow, slow. Quick, quick, slow. Let's do this bit. Quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow. Try and do the zigzag there. Quick, quick, slow. 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 Slow. Quick, quick, slow. Slow. Quick, quick. Okay? So if it is a little bit too fast at the moment, go with that rock and roll speed. That's absolutely fine. And long term, if triple stepping isn't good for you, if your knees aren't great, or your hips, or your breathing, whatever, you can just tone it down a little bit. But it means you can still dance it, you enjoy it. Righty-ho. So, yes, Beverly, yeah, I think Beverly's still on, everybody, so if you want to have a little chat with Beverly while she's on, say hello to her. Beverly Merchfolks, she's on there. On Facebook she's on. Okay, so I think if we do it to music,
Yes.
3 times. So if we do rock and roll for the 3rd one,
We can do, yes.
leave it at home to you what you want to do. Then we'll have a little, see where we're up to, but we'll do some technique if you fancy it. Does that sound like a good plan?
That sounds like a plan.
Does it sound like a good plan?
It sounds like a plan.
Here we go.
Okay.
Five, 6, 7, and pace yourselves. Ready? And again. one. One more rock and roll, finish off the music. I love a long note at the end. Yay! Good. Right. Can you speak? You're
Right, so if that is okay for you, and even if you've tried the rock and roll, just let us know how it went. If there's anything you want us to go over, just send us that little message. Otherwise, we may just add a little bit of technique in for you that might make things a little more self-explanatory, give you an idea of some of the differences that you do and why we do them, and we'll dance it once more for you afterwards.
How long have we got? So we could do maybe 10 minutes or so. So if there's anything at all at home you'd like to know the answer to, we'll do our best.
Yes.
And if Beverly's on, maybe you want to ask a question, she could perhaps answer it.
Answer it, yes.
She did send a lovely message earlier that we can read out. Do you want to do it now?
Right.
Everybody's having a breather.
You read that.
This is Bev. I mean, I know she's on, but she said this to me earlier. She's like, I'm sure with patience and practice, you will find it an enjoyable routine, which can be used in a Latin class, a Latin dance, and you can add your own arm movements, etc. She said thank you to us for giving it a platform, and she wishes happy dancing to everybody. Okay, so that's from the inventor of it, that's Beverly. And give you a little breather. I think we look at a little bit of technique in general. I'll just see if anyone had. They said they're still speaking to each other, Brian and Bronwyn.
Oh, right, okay, that's
That's a bonus, isn't it? You don't fall that. Okay. Caroline got the giggles halfway through. So did we. Do you know what? When it goes wrong, just giggle. Keep going.
Keep going.
Just keep going.
Yes, yes. In rock and roll, I forgot my back step
Yeah.
on the next chassis there, so.
So I just sort of styling an arm. I will come and check in a second. Okay, the thing probably, if we're thinking of jive, the thing I see the most that I would, as a teacher, I would like to change is when I see people dancing it, the jive chassis, like this. What am I doing? Okay. I always say, so what is it? What am I doing there? Making a noise, correct. Shout out at home. I'll pretend I can hear you. I know what people normally say. But you think, well, I'm lifting my knees. I don't always tell them, I've got to retract my knee. I'm retracting my knees. Why is it wrong? For me, it's, yes, you want to retract your knees, etc. if it's a ballroom jive. But you've got to get springy feet, springy ankles. So hopefully, have a quick look in case anybody else. What I'd like you to do, if your knees are okay and everything, is just go towards the ball of your feet, get your weight over the front of your feet, and just spring your ankles so your heels are coming off and on the floor. Like that. Okay, that's what I think so many people miss. I would rather see a little bit of that and no knee rise, because everyone sees the retraction, but the feet are like flat as pancakes. So you've got to feel as though, like Phil said, no noise on the chassis. The chassis as well should be ball, flat. ball, ball, ball flat, ball, ball, ball flat. So you only put your heel down on the outer parts to push you back. So toe, 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 heel, ball, ball, ball flat. Okay, so you put your heel down to push yourself back the other way. Like so, it should be silent, so you don't want to hear any of this, even though it looks like you're doing the thing with the knees. So for me, that's the biggest thing. That's what I like to see. Good action with those legs. Anything there, Phil?
Just heart's going up.
Okay, just for you.
Yeah.
I think it's quite delayed.
Yeah.
So maybe, shall we just try the first part of it? We'll keep the music running, and tell you what, we'll dance it twice for you to music, but just the first 4 bars. And we'll do it with no spring, and then we'll redo it with spring. Okay, and you can have a laugh at home. You can have a breather for a second, but then we'll have a go.
To music.
Yeah. So no springing action. This is what I see people do. Okay, you might recognise yourself there, you may not. Spring. Okay, so all the time, springy legs, all the way through. One more go. Okay. Okay, good. Now, I know one or two thought this was quite fast. This is actually only 33 bars a minute. So this is slow for a standard jive. I mean, even in sequence, I think it's normally 36, about 36 normally. So we are actually dancing at quite a slow beat at the moment. I just wonder whether to put a 40 on. Feel good?
You can do if you want.
Yeah. Just to show you. Got reading on messages. Right, let's have a look. Okay, this is 40, and again, I mean, it can go faster than this. Now, I'm going to play it in a second, but, so the music gets faster, the steps get smaller, okay? So you can't be doing big steps, you can't be doing all that, just nice and neat and small, the faster it goes. Just in case any of you out there are used to dancing a little bit faster. Just trying to find a 40. Okay, so if you're dancing that quick, so that's something that's so much faster, tiny, tiny, tiny little steps needed, but lots of spring, and it gives you that jive feeling. Okay, so, oh there you are, it's named Juliet from the phonetic alphabet.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Juliet Bravo, remember Juliet Bravo?
Yes.
Okay, arm-wise, it's, and Beverly said to me earlier, it's very much personal taste. When you do the scripts, it's very much feet. And there are handshake holds, double hand holds, left to right hand hold, etc. So I don't know if Lucy and Emily, if you're the 2 young ladies watching, so if you do comps, you really should try and keep with that script. So if it says left to right, you've got to stay with that. But this hand, you can do what you like with. You can pick the skirts up, you can do what you like, okay? But as long as you keep with the prescription of the script. So at the beginning, it's up to you at home. You can put your arm out as you go around, I do like to see a lead into this. So when you do the change of hands behind the back, I do like to see leader's thumb on the inside. And you can some do all the way over, you know, they do a big, but like I say, it's like cricket, building over. Okay, so you can do that if you want to as a leader. So you make a nice big show of it. You can have your arm out follower. Chassis 1, chassis 2. Free arm can still be out. You can swing it in on the back step, it's up to you. Back step, or you can keep it out. Girls, you could pop it up on the back step if you wanted to. Hip bump, we've got the little leg styling. Again, you can put your arm up. Let's pretend to be one of the girls. Go on, pop it up. Or you can have it out. Okay, I would just say match with your partner really. Chassis back, and then swap sides. It'd be nice to get a nice arm line here for followers, certainly. Palm down, thumb down, nice angle to the wrist. Leader, my Zoomers from Friday will know what I'll be looking for here. Okay, step point, step point. So girls, if you're watching, you can do your pop it up, pop it out, whatever you fancy. Come in to face, stay facing partner. So you can push out now. Arm out, palm down, thumb down. Chassis forwards, rotate across, get those arms out. Now with a zigzag, I think maybe, just move you back a bit. Just push over there. To keep the resistance in the middle, in the same way we do the toe heel swivels later, and let your hips dance a little bit more than your shoulder line. So you're keeping that resistance in the middle rather than it going like that. Okay, so feel like your hands are staying on the same line on the floor and you're doing a zigzag with resistance. Check, you're in double hand hold, there's not a huge amount you can do there. Toe heel swivels, you could look to partner and then look through, look to partner, look through if you want to. Girls, I think you did this in that little video I saw. So you could do, then you can pop it up, up to you, personal styling, but the feet are doing the right thing, the hands are doing the right thing. Okay, so one last go. Good, great, look through, side close chassis, you just think about that spring in the feet, changing to handshake hold, probably get that free arm out. American spin. And a change of place, again, if in doubt, stick it out, free arm, change of place, bring it in, start again. Always try and keep your palm down, and for ladies, have a nice angle in that, so it's not what spatula stick, Craig Revel Hoard. So make sure it's nice, elegant, take your longest finger down if you want to, pinch. Okay. Does that help? Lots of little bits and bobs to think about.
Right, if there's anything else, just let us know. Otherwise, we shall dance it through for you once more.
So I'm just making sure that there aren't any more questions. Yes, Laura, send in another video of Lucy and Emily dancing it, okay. If you're on, if you're still on. I know you were on earlier. Have a quick look just in case there's anything. Yeah, standing in arms. I think we're okay. So, shall we just keep dancing it? 4 sequences through. What should we do? Let's do the first one as rock and roll. This is for us. Mm-hmm. Rock and roll, we're going to build it as we go.
Right.
Then the second one as jive chassising. The third one with arms, and the fourth one, we're going to go for it. And we're going to do springy feet, arms, the whole kit and caboodle. How about that? He looks terrified.
If you say so.
Okay.
So you're going to say the fourth one, Lindy.
Yeah. Right. You ready, everybody? Deep breath. Okay?
Rock and roll first.
And I'm going to tell you in a minute what we're doing next week.
Oh, right, yes.
I haven't sort of doubt yet. Right, here we go, everybody. We're going to start rock and rolling. And build it up as we go. Here we go. Okay, we're going to triple chassis. Okay, we're going to add arms. Okay, here we go, everything. Hey! Good!
Well done, everyone.
Excellent.
A good workout for 55 minutes.
Can you breathe, Phil?
Sorry? I can breathe, yes. Yes, just let the old beta blockers work.
Yeah, you're fine. You're better than me.
No problem, yes. So, welcome
Good.
everybody. Hope you've enjoyed that dance. It was a lovely routine. We've enjoyed it.
Yeah. How
Very, very
lovely.
well done to the inventors.
Yes,
So,
Barry as well.
Barry as well, yes.
Barry and Sean
Excellent.
as well.
And for
Very
our
much
music to David.
David.
Yes.
And to the Eyed for holding the competition online.
Mhm.
First time ever.
So it was, yes, we've enjoyed it, haven't we? It's been really good fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever you can, keep practicing, and hopefully before too long you'll be able to get out there
Yeah.
dancing. We will definitely be back on Saturday night.
We'll dance it Saturday
So we'll
again.
dance it on Saturday for you.
Yeah.
And enjoy
Lots of
this.
practice.
But next week,
If you fancy it, this is going to sound a bit weird. Disco box. I bet you're thinking you don't know what that is. You know when you go abroad, don't know if they still dance it, and they're very often Germans, French, Austria. Do they do this funny little dance? And kind of 3 steps every 4 beats. But it's danced everywhere on the continent. And we went to a lecture, 5 years ago or something, at Congress, and it went down a storm. It's a bit like the hustle, a bit like Saturday Night Fever kind of dancing. So we thought we might try that bit of fun next week, something completely different. So it's kind of disco-y, couple disco-y.
yes, when I was in Austria, they danced it a lot at the disco.
Yeah.
And then
All
they,
ages.
yes, it was. They danced that, and then straight away they put a Viennese on.
You won't be doing that.
Yeah, I used to love it there in Austria because even all the youngsters, because they learnt Viennese from a very young age, but they'll do all this disco and then all of a sudden they'll have 30 minutes of Viennese
Yeah.
and then they'll go straight back to doing disco again.
Yeah,
Just-
yeah. But it's one dance, fits all.
Yes.
So I'm going to go and root out. I can remember most of it, but David, I will let you know. I haven't found the Congress video yet. I'll have a look. We really enjoyed it. Everybody really enjoyed it. Something different. So we thought, yeah, a bit of hustle kind of thing next week.
So that's what's in store.
Yeah,
for
let us know
next
if you
week.
fancy it, because if nobody fancies it, I'll change it to something else.
But you'll have good fun with it, because
Yeah.
certainly on a packed dance floor, if you go out, it's quite a nice dance because it's actually got steps to it rather than
Yeah.
just shuffling around, you know.
Yeah,
It's
it
got
looks a
steps
bit like
to it.
salsa.
Yeah.
It's a hustle
It's
basically.
awesome, yeah.
They call it disco fox, disco foxtrot, disco fox.
So, for those of you that join us on a Friday, we'll be here at 7
Yeah,
o'clock
here
on
at Friday for
Friday
you.
evening for you.
Zoomers.
Otherwise, for the rest of you, we will be back here Saturday evening at
Saturday.
6:45
Yeah, and
to have a dance evening.
we're going to try, we might start a smidge early, to try and get every single dance week. This is week 12, we're not supposed last week. So we're going to try and get every single rhythm we've done over the past 12 weeks. Try and find short songs.
Yeah, so busy evening on Saturday.
Yeah, a bit of a recap of everything. Okay, and we'll just bring it all together. And then we'll start with some new rhythms the following week.
So, from us, it's stay well.
Yes. Hope your grandchildren, you're allowed to see them now.
Yes, and we'll be back on Saturday.
Yeah.
So, from us to you, good night everybody.
Good night. And well done to everybody. Giving it a go. I'm just going to test whether the platform